And welcome to Harvard Thinks Big. I want to start by acknowledging the efforts of Peter Davis and Zachary Rickner, who have thought this up and produced it, and you would have been proud of them prodding and herding the faculty down below in the green room. It's really fun for everybody here, including me, to hear colleagues think about their big ideas. Often in our courses and our writings, we have to focus on the academic minutiae to prove our cases. But in the end, it's the big ideas that matter to the world, that change the way we think, and that Harvard is proudest of. When I chair tenure cases, one of the things that always comes up is what big idea has this person contributed to the world? How would we not be thinking today if this person weren't here? And in the end, it's these big ideas that create frameworks that alter the way we think about things that matter most and that makes Harvard most interesting and makes us most proud of our colleagues. So with that, let me turn the program over to Zachary and Peter, who are going to introduce my faculty colleagues.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harvard Thinks Big 2.
We are your hosts for the evening. I'm Zach Richner.
And I'm Pete Davis, and I'm very glad to welcome you to the second annual Harvard Thinks Big. 2 years ago, we started with a dream that on one night, we could have a new Harvard tradition where 10 big Harvard thinkers present their 10 big ideas, and in a miracle for a Harvard professor, keep it to under 10 minutes. And it became a reality last year, and we're glad that we have an annual reminder that amid these Herald halls, we have every year a reminder that ideas and the pursuit of them and thinking about them and debating them and implementing them and working against them and for them, ideas are at the center of the Harvard experience.
So tonight, you will have the privilege of hearing from a member of the Time 100, the expert on the current situation in Egypt, numerous TED presenters, and of course, numerous best-selling authors.
And before we bring out our 10 big thinkers, I've heard that, did anyone get a black and white program? Anyone? Clap if you did. Right there, okay. We would like to thank the Harvard Lampoon for those programs. We are very glad that we could give them the opportunity to piggyback on the successes of our 10 big thinkers, because we know in recent decades they've had trouble producing original content. And without further ado, we bring out our 10 big thinkers.
So from the history department, talking about escaping the ivory tower, Professor Caroline Elkins.
From the economics department, talking of the triumph of the city, Professor Edward Glaser.
From the physics department, talking about thinking big by thinking small, Professor Lisa Randall.
From the Kennedy School of Government, asking, are the Arabs ready for democracy, Professor Tarek Masood.
From life sciences, discussing from eye to mind, affirming the union of science and art, Professor Rob Liu.
Harvard adventurer and esteemed director of the Harvard Foundation, talking about keeping a promise and attaining a goal, Professor S. Allen Counter.
From the English department, talking about beauty as a call to justice, Professor Elaine Scarry.
From the psychology department, asking us to go beyond point and shoot morality, Professor Joshua Green.
From the music department, discussing experiencing time in music, Professor Richard Bodwin.
And from the Harvard Law School, our first speaker, presenting citizens, Professor Lawrence Lessig. Let's hear it for the 10 big thinkers.
As our 9 professors take their seats,